Oh yes, I'm actually going to start this video in a very quiet update because obviously we've got a lot of poppy seedlings that have actually started to germinate. In fact, about 1 or 2 weeks they've actually grown a little bit bigger, but they're not really as big as I might actually think because, looking at how much I've grown has been quite pretty arduous somehow. I'm sort of thinking I might be able to transplant them poppy seedlings. Maybe I might have to wait for at least around probably 2 or 3 more weeks before I'm actually ready to transplant them all. I'm actually quite curious into how many poppy seedlings am I just somehow starting to plant. Hopefully they should sprout out some very beautiful flowers, hopefully by next year, because I think it's not the right time of the year yet. We've got some marigolds here, but this one here hasn't been blossoming. I will head downstairs later on before I'm making this video, and there's a girl walking right over my neighbourhood here. The spider plants, look at that, it's actually got like a beautiful white flower. It would have been perfect for like pollinating insects, but obviously I think the climate is just not right. And we've got some little spider plant seedlings, that's what they look like. I think one of the biggest issues about spider plants is that, yes, they're not really suited to this climate outdoors, unless if it's a very hot summer's day. And then this plant here, it used to have like small flowers and stuff, but then this one has died. But the flowers have died, but I think the whole plant is still a-okay, I think. Probably need to transplant that thing, maybe in another time, maybe when the weather was a bit warmer. But hey, I'm still looking forward to what, my garden has to offer. Okay, I'm actually downstairs. Without the cats and neighbours around my neighbourhood here, we've got some geraniums. Because we have approached towards autumn time, unfortunately the geraniums have actually started to die out. But that's very normal for this time of the year. And look what they've turned into. They've just dried up. Somehow that's very normal. And of course, yes, we've got some osteoperum flowers, but unfortunately I think this one here, the last one here, has died off. But what's even more strange is that this osteoperum has actually turned into some sort of thorny hedge, which is quite obviously strange somehow. And we've got a fuchsia. It sort of actually tells you that this garden is growing. Now, I don't know if this thing is a weed or a plant. Someone can tell me. And then we've also got these flowers here. I think these are pansies. And if I walk up, and yes, my throat is getting a little bit better, but my nose is a little bit blocked. Actually, my nose is not as blocked as before. We've got nasturtium that's actually growing well as a plant, but it's not actually blossoming any flowers here because I think we're getting up towards winter time. Hello there. Someone's cat is right over in the background. Hello. Hello. Strangely enough, this cat here is quite very inquisitive. It looks like he or she knows what I'm doing. It's quite a very strange looking cat. I don't know what he's up to or not. Yeah, maybe he's not the sort of cat that likes to be taking footage of. Maybe. Well, apart from the cat, we've got these plants here. I've actually forgot their name. And if I walk it tracking across through, look, it's got a flower. It's actually started to blossom out a pink flower. This is nice. I don't think these are geraniums. I think there might be other plants, of course. It's quite very simple to grow these things. I mean, how the heck did I grow them plants? Quite amazing somehow. And then we've also got, let me just track through. Okay, we've got random plants. I think this one here is a dandelion, and we've got a magpie. I think that magpie might be a bit mad because that cat is right over here. We've got a lot of lavender. The lavender seedlings, oh, actually the seed heads, unfortunately, they've died off, especially the flowers and stuff. Calendulas, yes. I think I've seen so many countless times that calendulas, they are blossoming during this time of the year, but they're not actually going to be blossoming for a long time because we're going up towards winter, and that's why, and there's even more calendula. It's interesting. We've also got a bit of yellow flower action, but I can't really remember what flower it is. I think these are cornflowers, but I need the audience to tell me. Then we've also got lots of weird, I think these are wild mustards, nasturtiums, quite nice plants actually. And then we've also got, what are these ones? I've got no idea what them things are. than flowers, of course. The meadow is growing very vast and massive, as you can tell. It's already early September. In fact, we're going up towards mid-September, actually, because September was only ending, and we've just gone past the early and the middle part of autumn time. Quite interesting, isn't it? Let me just see what else is there. Okay, we've got the lobelia flower beds. They've actually been doing really good, considering of how much I've been putting up so much hard work into. A lot of leaf litter, which I think I need to probably get rid of these because they're just taking over a bit of space. That flower is dead. Apart from the marigolds, this one here I was referring to, that thing here is dead. Petunias, they're doing okay, but it looks like they're just straightforward sinking. Probably maybe they're just, I don't know why they're doing that. Maybe that's not, the right sort of condition. I can't really tell. And there's a whole bunch of rice, because there's a lot of food leftovers for the birds and stuff that I had to throw out. Calendula is doing well. But yes, the calendulas, they are starting to die off. So maybe in the next time when I'm actually trying to grow calendulas, it's probably best to, I think this one has seen far better days. It's actually gone a bit wonky, that flower here. So I might, I think one big thing I could have done was actually left them out in the sunshine to dry out, and then they can turn into like seed heads. This one here, that's a small calendula. We've actually got lots and lots of small calendula blossoms that are starting to pop out. Pretty amazing somehow for this time of the year. Not, because, they're straightforward suffering from the autumn chills. And this one here, marigolds and petunias, I like that combo. Very, very nice. Some oregonian flowers. They've actually been doing fairly well amongst the mint and other nasty weeds and all. This giant tomato plant, it has been doing fairly interestingly well, considering that it actually, look at that, on the back here, it's actually got some actual tomato plants tucked to the background. Some actual fruit that is actually starting to develop here. That's nice to know. And let me just show it to you again. There you go. I've actually got about 3 of these things. Okay, if I go ahead and zoom in very closely, actual tomato fruit have started to develop, which is nice to know. And looking around here, can we see any more? Nope, I think that's probably about it. And yes, apart from the mess of plant pots and stuff, we've got a lot of marigold and stuff. This one looks like it's sinking. It's just sinking downwards. Of course, I might not need to kill that thing. We've got other marigolds here. And there's a hoverfly. Beautiful bugs. They just love to pollinate the flowers. It's interesting. I never knew marigolds would be perfect for hoverflies. Not sure if I can come along and grab them things. Whoa! Oh, I think I shouldn't have actually touched hoverflies. That was a bit stupid of me. Okay, very cool. Obviously, petunias, yes, the purple ones are doing great, and so are the pink ones, but I think the pink ones are looking like they're just going to flop over and die off. Is that mint? Is that a different cultivar of mint? I can't really tell. Some more marigolds here. And apparently we've actually got a lot of tomato seedlings, which actually have just grown out of nowhere. I mean, this one here, yeah, I actually unfortunately killed that poor seedling, but yeah, there's just so many of these tomato seedlings and stuff. There's also, might have to get rid of these stupid nettles. They are everywhere, taking over the whole garden on purpose. And the cat, I think I just heard a bit of bell action here. Straightforward lying around, and actually, it's not the black and white cat. We've actually got, we've got a tabby one. Oh, hello. Oh, let me just go ahead and call around the hedges. Man, I need to do more of these videos on YouTube, cat videos on YouTube. Oh, it's taking a bit of a bask in the sunlight here. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, what a nice way to start a brand new morning. Just stunning, isn't it? It's, I think, oh man, I have to say my throat. It's quite, I have to say my throat is actually playing up. Yeah, I have to say this cat is straightforward. Taking a nice bask in the sunlight here. know what's it doing. Straightforward is quite inquisitive. Well, she's quite inquisitive. I can see her head poking out. Oh! What it's up to. No idea what that cat is up to. It's basically, just lying around and stuff. It's interesting, I'm pretty sure the neighborhood has a lot of cats that can interact with each other. And that kind of stuff. Oh, right. Okay, it's probably best I might as well end the whole video on YouTube. That's all I can really tell. And that cat, straightforward, is walking away. And apart from the cats outside, we've actually got a lot of foxglove seedlings, which I actually refuse to transplant because I just want them to grow big from like the next year and stuff. You know, come by spring and summertime of next year, man, they'll start popping out. And they're all saying you see it to believe it. And what's interesting is that as we've gone past through summer, look at the grass again now. It's still very green and still very fertile. In fact, it's very, thick. Very, very thick. And strangely enough, do you know there was one other plant that I actually used to plant right over in my backyard garden? Can you remember? There was one flower here, which actually was meant for hanging baskets. Guess what? Can you remember what flower it was? These little yellow flowers? They were called bottom flowers. They've unfortunately been passed away from, let's just say, a couple of weeks ago. Back in August or July. I can't really tell. But anyways, I'm going to leave this video here. This gardening video on YouTube. I think that's about it. Man, I need to tidy up a bit of mess here. Also, let me just track along. Got lots and lots of calendula seedlings. That's one more thing I need to show you importantly, wisely. Strangely enough, yeah, I tell you what, these calendulas, they're straightforward doing very nicely. Somehow with the soil and stuff, all nice and damp and moist. Nice, isn't it? Anyways, I think that's probably about it in this video. I might have to take my voice a rest because I don't want to have a nasty sore throat. And if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, subscribe more for flat videos in the future. And as always, thanks so much for watching and goodbye for now.